and our sorrows too. No more clouds, no more rain. I need sun to ease my pain. Before this night is over, I will guide you home. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price. In the game of love, you have to roll the dice. My heart got 7 years to life. 7 years to life. All this time you thought we'd never pay the price.
Okay, that's the real
Chris, the tech guy, got it wrong the first time. It was not Cody. We've used quite a few Cody Francis songs in the past, but it is 7 years to life. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Chris has a cozy coming. Her debut is coming, at the end of this year? Is that right? Tell us in the comments. I'm super excited for you. How is everyone tonight? I brought my fidget spinner because I told you that my niece had them. These fidgets, no, what are they called? Yeah, fidgets. Fidgets, yeah. I'm second guessing myself. But I have learned that if I'm like actually working on plotting ideas, like brainstorming, not so much the actual like day-to-day word count, but if I'm working on plotting, they're kind of awesome. Like I do use it a lot. Hi Marie, how are you? Thank you so much for sending me a Christmas card. That was the best. It was such a delight to see a card from you. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Welcome, welcome everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? It's been a bit of a couple days at our house. We just learned that Sky Guy, our kiddo, who is a senior this year, is going back to remote learning at least through the end of the month because we have a pretty big outbreak here in Ashland. And
We've reached critical mass.
We've reached critical mass is what the email from school sent, which is never anything you want to hear. And we're all vaccinated and boosted, and Ashland in general is. So I think it's just kind of like the reality of how contagious this particular variant is. So I hope you're all staying safe and protected and all that good stuff. And if you're not doing okay right now, like, that's okay too. This space is about, I never want to minimize my own emotional depth. And as you all know, I've cried many times on these lives, but now I might cry again. But I was talking to a friend last night who has very littles, and she's like, I just have to tell you, like, I'm not doing okay. And I was like, it is okay also to not be okay. And my goal with this space is to provide a point of escape, like my books, hopefully. And so that's the goal. But also, if you're not doing okay, like, totally honor that too. So we're back online for a few weeks. And the good news is we know the drill, right? And so there's that. That's what we'll focus on. We know the drill.
Got the space set up.
We got the space set up. I had put everything away. It's all coming back out. It's all good. I feel worse for the kids than I do for myself, obviously. Yeah, Sharon, I know. A lot of people. And it's every end of the spectrum, right? Like, I have friends who have littles at home who are not okay. I can't imagine what that experience is like right now. I have friends who are alone. I have a great friend who is here in our neighborhood who is independently, and she's retired and in her 80s, and it's really isolating for her too. So I think it's also that reality that maybe we all thought that
2 years in, it was going to be different, and it's not. So
Becky pointed out it was coming in loud and clear. I had it on the wrong mic, so now it's on your mic. It was on this.
oh, the tech guy was trying to take my mic over. Becky, he's doing a hostile takeover.
I'm still waiting for my mic.
That's right. Jessica's right. The new variant does not care. And I do think there's some guilt. Like I've have friends who, we have a lot of friends who have it right now. And they have done all of the things, as I think we all have. They've cared about themselves and their communities. They've been vaccinated. They've been boosted. They've done all the things, and they still have gotten it. So I like also take away the shame of that too, because it is what it is. Yeah, Marty, it is like Groundhog Day in the worst way. But we should all watch that movie because it's a gem. It's a gem of a movie. How can you not love that movie? If you don't love that movie, I apologize. And it's also, like it's the perfect time of year. We're going into Groundhog Day in a month or so. Lenny, your mom just bought a month's worth of groceries so she won't have to leave her house. It's probably not a bad idea, right? Tammy, I'm so glad that my books are an escape. Honestly, like when I started writing, and I've told this story a zillion times, but I had lost my mom to young onset Alzheimer's, and I just at that time of grief needed escape myself. And so my entire mission in writing has been to provide an escape. And the thing that I didn't realize at the time when I set out to start writing is that they would also be an escape for me. I was talking about that a few weeks ago at the Bake, Borrow, and Steal launch party because every time I get to enter these worlds myself, I also escape. So spoiler alert, like if you want to write, you should write because you also get to live in that world, which is kind of what we're going to do tonight. I also might be slightly rummy because I'm working on Bake Shop 16. And I told the tech guy, I think I wrote 5,000 words today, which is not normal for me at all. But I was just like fully in. I just finished like 10 minutes ago, which is also not normal for me. So, woo, we're all good. It's all good. Okay, let's see. Rihanna. No, I don't have COVID, Taylin, knock on wood. Although, I feel like everyone we know in Ashland has it right now. And like I was saying, everyone is vaccinated. Jessica, 7 out of 9. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know. It's everywhere. Yeah, Denise. Oh, okay. We're sending Denise all of the good thoughts, the prayers, the energy, whatever, your personal slant that you do to send good things out into the world are coming to you. Trisha, I was on an escalator, touched that. When my husband yelled at me, totally like, hands off, don't do it. Melmac, it's single digits here. Oh my gosh, you've discovered the upside of, yes. Oh my gosh, when my dad was here for Thanksgiving, we went for some long hikes and it was really cold for Thanksgiving, like exceptionally cold for Ashland. And he was like, hey, I'm going to keep my mask on. There was no one around us, but nonetheless, he was like, I'm keeping my mask on the whole time because it's warming my face. Okay. All right. So tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to go back. It's kind of fitting timing, I guess. Thank you, universe or whatever. Because the whole way that this particular idea came about was in March of 2020. I remember it to like my cellular core because everything happened at once. Like, we got word that school, like I think it started with a performance at OSF and then it was just this escalation, which we all know of, like closure, school canceled. Also, the tech guy at the time was so sick, which in hindsight, I'm sure you probably had COVID, but this was pre-testing and everything, right? Because it was early March of 2020.
3 weeks.
Yeah, you were sick for 3 weeks. It's in the 25. Wait, what did we just celebrate? What anniversary did we just? 24. Okay, 24 years that we've been married. I've never seen him that sick before in March of 2020. Anyway, I went outside for a walk and some of my favorite musicians had been having these like Instagram live, Facebook live concerts. And I was out walking in the neighborhood and I was thinking to myself like, oh, I wish I could do something like that. I wish that I was talented in some way, shape, or form to be able to like perform music or do something that would connect us and, like give everyone a moment of pause and do it online. And then I got home and the kiddo and I had just started a choose your own adventure game. And I was like, wait a minute, choose your own adventure. Wait, I can kind of write. Like I know a little bit about writing. What if we wrote, Jerry just did you did 5,000 words too? Oh, you're saying it's incredible? I know. It's not smart. I don't advise it. I have friends who do this. I thought you were gonna like give me props for doing it yourself too and make me feel better. Anyway, I came home and the kiddo and I were doing a choose your own adventure game, which did anyone else read the choose your own adventure books growing up? They were like the ultimate best. And I came in and I thought, well, what if we wrote a mystery together? And then obviously that snowballed and we have this just incredible group of all of us whom I adore and I love. And I do have to say, as always, like when we see each other in person, like you should be forewarned because like I am fully hugging you and kissing you on the face. Like it's us. Okay. I know. And it still might be COVID. So keep your mask on because I'm coming for you. Anyway, so we did a few of those. We're working on getting those all live too. It's just the tech guy and I, so forgive us because we always have so many ideas and not so much headspace and time because we're a two-person show. But
And you're only one of the clients.
I'm only one of the tech guy's clients. That's right. I'm the most important client, clearly, but no. Anyway, and then that evolved a little bit because so many of you have asked about, like seeing Ashland and all the places. And we thought, oh, well, wouldn't it be fun if we filmed a version of this? So we did a couple. If you haven't been caught up, I will share them out again in the group just to make sure. But the goal tonight is that we're going to plot another mystery together. If you haven't been with us before, tonight's a brainstorming session. So we'll plot it together and then I will put everything in the group to a vote. I'll take all of your ideas. We'll put it out to a vote. And then instead of writing it, this time the tech guy and I will go film it and then we'll share it out. So it should be amazing. Let's see. Okay. So yes, Lillian, I do feel like our family grew from all across the world. It's so true. I feel like that completely. The best. I mean, obviously we all know we're the best because of course we're bookish, we're bookish writers. Okay, Luna, where's the story going to be located? That's everything that we're going to figure out. I mean, obviously we don't have the ability or budget to fly to, France right now. So it's going to have to be located somewhere, either here in the Rogue Valley where we live, and or somewhere, and we can brainstorm about this, somewhere that's more, I keep benign is the word that I'm thinking of, and that's not what I want. Somewhere that's more nondescript, right? So, we could set it in a coffee shop or at an ice skating rink or somewhere, kind of generic. So it's not necessarily location specific, but we're going to go through that together and then we'll vote and then the tech guy and I will film and we'll bring you along on the whole process. Thank you. Yeah, generic. Exactly. Hawaii. I would love to be in Hawaii right now, but that's probably not in the cards. Okay. So what I want to do tonight is just a full brainstorming session like what I do when I'm starting a book and then we'll take it from there. So let's get to it. This time it's murder. Boom, boom. Okay, perfect. It's like you knew. So the first thing that I would love to have us brainstorm about is the setting. Where does this need to be set? Hit me up with your ideas, your suggestions, with the caveat that, of course, this also has to be somewhere that we can get to and film in, right? Right. And especially here, things are kind of shut down right now. Jesse, I'm so excited that you're excited for Lost Coast Literary. This book is like, it's my soul on the page. And in fact, the first few early NetGalley reviews have come in and I can't believe I'm not a blubbering mess because they're so kind. There's no crying in live streams. The tech guy's reminding me. Suyi in a grocery store, that'd be hilarious. Generic, yes. Carmel, Monterey, Judy, I like the way you're thinking. At a theater, yes, very nice. Cherry, you love the music. The tech guy came up with that. That was a little bit of genius on his part, I have to say, for sure. Oh, a winery, Tammy. Absolutely. A winter cabin, a ski resort, a college. We happen to have a college here in Ashland. We have lots of winter cabins around. Love that idea. Mount A Ski Lodge, way to go. TJ, a bowling alley. Ooh, has a bowling alley murder ever been done? Someone should do that. Okay, I know you're all writers on this group. Somebody should write a bowling alley mystery. Let's go. A flower shop, Lisa. I love a good flower shop. Maria, home improvement store. That'd be hilarious. There'd be weapons galore to choose from there. That's great. Sharon knows Ashland so well. Standing Stone. Standing Stone is a brewery here in Ashland. That'd be great. A mini golf course, Suya. That would be fun. A farm in the snow, like the Hallmark movie. A bookstore, Kayla. Come on. Yeah, always a bookstore. Tammy, a plug for a winery that's mostly outdoors. We actually have a lot of wineries in the Rogue Valley. The Rogue Valley got deemed the new Napa a few years ago by the New York Times. I can't remember how many it is off the cuff, but I want to say it's close to 300 wineries in the entire like Rogue Valley region. You can go on this amazing wine tour, so that would be fun. Ice cream shop, mom and pop general store. I love it. The Coast, Marie, that's another great idea. A library. Nikki, you cannot go wrong with a library and a bookstore always. An antique store. Trisha, is there a spooky house? There are quite a few like old mansions in the area that could be great. A couple are haunted in Jacksonville. It's true. So many options. Okay, so keep those coming. What will happen is if you haven't participated in one of these before, after the live tomorrow morning, I will go through and compile a list. And then in the group, in the Cozy Collaboration group over the next few days, you all will vote and decide what direction we should take with this. Okay, so that gives us a great start at settings. I love this. I love your energy. It's the best. It's just the absolute best because then I'm like, I want to read a book about that. I want to read a book about that. So, take notes, a pet store. Snowed in at an isolated mountain cabin. Totally, Terry. That's like the ultimate locked room mystery, right? Okay, so then next up after the setting, let's talk a little bit about what time of day it should be. And depending on how the setting shakes up, we could get pretty specific with this, depending on what direction we go. Like I'm thinking if it's a mountain cabin, is it evening and a storm is kicked in and, there's something delicious in my mug, some coffee, some tea, something hot, a crackling fireplace, and then bam, something nefarious happens. What's that? You'll have to get permission. You'll have to get permission from wherever we want to film. Yeah, that's usually, I have found that most of the time businesses are like, yeah, please come film in my shop. Yeah. And the best part is usually they're like, can I be the victim? Paddington was like, yeah, totally. Lynn loves the bowling alley. Oh, the owner of Coos Bay. Ooh, an outside dining area. We could find a body outside. I love it. Sunset, dusk to dark. Yeah. So super early morning. There's really is there a perfect time for murder? I'm not sure. But I'm down for, Ginger, an old gold mine in the Applegate. Yeah, the Applegate has this rich history of mining and everything.
It's done.
Judy, the tech guy. I don't know if you can hear him because his mic is coming from France. Yeah, he's definitely down for that.
Dusk at Skywalker Ranch.
Dusk at Skywalker Ranch. Sold. That's all you needed to say. A donut shop, April, totally. Jessica Beck has a very long running donut shop mystery that if you're a donut fan, you should totally check out. Anytime is good for murder, Marty. I love the way you think. Classic. Great answer. Okay, the next question that we need to ponder, keep those coming. Again, I will go through every comment. I promise. I've got my notebook. Is what am I doing? So the premise of this version of what we do in terms of our collaboration is slightly different. It's more like real life Jessica Fletcher. So the first two that we did, I'm out for a walk at Lithia Park and I see a car door open and like wet footprints on the sidewalk heading down to Ashland Creek. And clearly I assume that there's no other solution than it must be murder. And then in the second series that we did, I was shopping for the holidays at Paddington Station and someone runs into me and I pick up a ribbon that has blood on it. And again, clearly it has to be murder. So I need to be doing something and then immediately come to the conclusion that whatever else has happened is murder. Because, you know, that's like what you do.
That would be interesting.
A bowling alley wedding. I love it. Has anyone done that? I'm curious. Has anyone gotten married at a bowling alley? I do have good friends who had a whole Star Wars themed movie or wedding. You're in the cabin for a few days of rest and relaxation. Yes. Breakfast. I'm just out for brunch. Yeah, I love a good brunch. Absolutely. Walking a dog. Oh, yes. On the phone with Sky Guy talking about a big surprise for Tech Guy. Ooh, that's good. I like it, Lillian.
Surprise.
The Tech Guy wants to know what's the surprise. Hit him up. He's ready. Sharon, baking in your kitchen and you see something out the window. Ooh, that's good. Actually, we had a big windstorm a few days ago and our neighbor's tree fell down. We just noticed that. Bowling league championships. Yes. TJ, the Tech Guy was in a bowling league in high school and college, right? No. Middle school. Oh, we got to go way back. Eighth grade. Eighth grade. That's your claim to fame. Yeah. He won the City League championship. There you go. You're testing recipes for the next book, Julia. That's a great idea. The walk of shame from a college campus. Totally, Michelle. Wine tasting, and one of the wine tasters falls over. Judy plots like a true mystery writer. I love it. Picking up crowlers at a brewery to go. Nikki, definitely. Lynn, checking a COVID safe venue. Yes. You did a bowling alley wedding? No way. That's hilarious. See, of course. Lynn did. Lynn Goodson did. That's amazing. A bachelorette party. These are also great. I can't even tell you how fantastic these are. You're filming an episode of it's this time it's murder and then you actually, yes. Okay, Tammy, that's like
that might be the last one.
Chef kiss. Yeah, we'll end the series with that. That's it. Yeah. Okay, done. You've set me up for that. Okay. Then let's talk about potential clues. And again, so I understand that because we're brainstorming this live and together, we don't actually know, right, what the setting is going to be and what is going to be happening. But I want you to start thinking about something unexpected that could happen. A lot of you have already tied it in. But what is that unexpected event that I stumble upon and am like, oh, okay, this is not right. So think of things in your own life and other things that you've seen where you would automatically assume like, oh, this doesn't seem good. Could it be murder? Probably. I know, so many good suggestions, right, Chelsea? Where do we even start? A dead guy under the tree, Valerie. Yes. Yvonne, you go to a high school reunion at your old school. Ooh, you know what? This is a true story. I have never made it to a high school reunion, and it hasn't been intentional at all. I enjoyed my time in high school, but every time there's been a reunion, I have been like traveling somewhere. The first reunion, I think we were in Europe, and then I had a big book event somewhere else in some other part of the country. Yeah, so I have actually never experienced a high school reunion. Can you believe that? Blood in the snow, blood on an icicle, love it. An open door, yeah, an open door that's just like, why is it open? Especially if it's a weird time of the day, if it's early morning. An elevator's on fire. It actually happened at your office, Suyin. We're going to need a lot more information about that. Abandoned coat and fingerprints. Ooh, yeah. You're shopping and you find a bloody cell phone in the produce department and someone on the other end screaming, gross. Oh, Becky, that's great. That's awesome. Instead of bowling pins coming down, it's a body. Oh, there you go, Cindy. Oh, that's so great. Cherry clue, blood on the bowling ball or pins, dead guy in the ball thing. Yeah, that might be slightly hard to film, but I'm down with that idea 100%. And this is proving that somebody should write this for sure. A fish line tangled around a beachcomber's neck. That's good, Marie, especially if it's set at the beach. Lillian, while walking on campus, you see a friend you haven't seen in years and they instantly say, I need your help. And then they collapse in front of you. Ooh, that's a good one too. That's that's twisty. The tech guy sees something in the background of a shot. Ooh, Rihanna. Yeah, he's digging that idea too. You all are too good. It is getting okay. We got to keep it cozy. Right. Thanks for keeping us on track, Jerry. Okay, so then these are our ideas for our unexpected event. Next, then we're going to walk through a series of potential clues. And again, we don't need to necessarily know anything about the setting or what's happening to come up with clues. And they don't even necessarily all have to be connected, because the true gift, I think, of reading mysteries is that hopefully if we've all done our jobs right as writers, there are lots of red herrings that are going to send us down a one-way dead end, pardon the pun, that are going to lead nowhere. Now, at the end of the episode or at the end of the season or book, we're going to have to explain those. So then that's going to be part 2 of our group project. A group project that everyone's going to work on. Thank you very much. Part 2 will be figuring out like which clues are legitimate and which clues are red herrings. But initially, we need to brainstorm not one. You want to go through them? Yeah. Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6. That's right. We're going to need 6 clues, because the way that writing a mystery works or filming a mystery is that with each episode, there's going to be a little mini cliffhanger at the end where we're going to go, oh my gosh, it is a book that has a smudged knife for a bookmark, Nikki. Okay, that's clue number 1. And then we're going to go to clue number 1, let's say, and we see a blackmail letter from TJ, so like each episode, we're going to shift focus to something else. And then at the very end, we're going to go through and describe what really happened. So the more clues, the better for this part of the process. I know, Becky, it's so many great ideas.
So you want them to just keep commenting?
Yeah, yes, exactly. The tech guy's telling me just as many clues as you can think of, because
some people are doing it, but you should ask them to put clue hyphen and then the clue. So
oh yeah, okay, that's a good idea.
Already doing it.
Okay, the tech guy said, and I didn't think this through, sorry, but if you want to do, it might be helpful if you do clue 1 and then your idea and clue 2, or just clue, that's right, then I can piece them together. But if not, that's fine too.
Start the comment with clue.
Start the comment with clue, yes, okay. But I'll also figure it out, because I'll be able to go back through the live and go, okay, that's when we started talking about that. Tammy, you can use your ASL knowledge. He records 2 people talking in the background about a murder, turns out. It's a book club. I love it. Where I'm like, what are you saying? Tell me more. A shopping list with very strange items. Ooh, that's really good. That's great. An empty bowling bag with 1 bowling shoe in it. Valerie, where's the other shoe? Who has it? Who has the shoe? I need to know. Yeah. And this is a true story. Every time we are out for a walk or a hike or traveling, you name it, the tech guy takes a picture, because he will always, you attract this, I know. He will always see 1 shoe out in the wild. And how many photos do you think you've amassed over the years?
Someone check is over 300.
Over 300. I've been telling him he needs to start an Instagram account of my lost shoe, and just tell 1 caption, tell a story about all of them, because it's so amazing. Michelle, a car full of stuff, but no one inside. Yeah, that's very good. Clue, a broken wine glass with spillage always, Trisha. Now, of course, because you all know me, that would mean that I broke it because I'm a klutz, but that's perfect because that can be the start of our red herring. A hotel key, that's great.
Yes, 300.
300, yeah, for real, Joseph. 300. I mean, easy 300. Right? Instagram shoes. He needs to do it. Janita, my brain just went to the butler with the hammer. Well, that'll work if we end up at a home improvement store. That's perfect. A neighbor putting a large black plastic bag in their trunk. That is like straight out of Rear Window, Suyan. Yeah. Oh, we could totally get our neighbor Michael involved. He would be so into that. He's the best. That's a great idea. These are so fun. Oh, I can't even love this more.
Yes.
A photo album full of pictures of random shoes in the wild. Don't encourage him, Jerry. Come on. No, that's great. Judy, and then you find the shoe with the shoelace missing, which is later found torn in half, and even later someone found strangled. Oh, this group is too amazing. We're all just like, our brains go fast to these awesome places, huh? Okay, let's see. Rear Window, Joseph. How amazing is that movie? When 3 body-size shaped holes in someone's garden. Of course, that's Trisha. Yes. When March of 2020 happened, we got a projector and a movie screen for outside, and the very first movie we showed outside, socially distanced, in 2020, spring of 2020, was none other than Rear Window with all of our neighbors. It was just absolute perfection. So good. If you haven't seen it, I mean, come on, please tell me you've seen it. But if you haven't, go watch it right now. Okay, so keep those clues coming. I'll look at all of those. And then the next question we need to ask ourselves for this particular project is, are there any other players involved? Do we recruit our neighbor Michael for Trisha's idea? Are there any other characters? So in the first season of This Time It's Murder, it was just me out at the park seeing all of these strange things, an empty park, and assuming that it must have been murder. And I will tell you, that was all based on a real experience. And then we were laughing and we're like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be funny if you thought it was murder? Which I always do. And we turned that into a little show. That's how that idea came about. And then I recruited some friendly high schoolers to help with the big reveal. In the second version that we did at Paddington Station, the team at Paddington was so kind, Pam and Kelly and Steph, to actually participate in the filming. They were amazing and they were excited. And Pam and Kelly are actors anyway, so they just took their roles and ran with it. But do we need other players in this particular spin-off, or is it just me out somewhere in the wild? Let me know what your thoughts on that. My dad, oh, Beth, that would be so fun. We could recruit my dad. Some sort of Shakespearean, we'd have to get him quoting something. I love it. That he's a gem. He would definitely do it. Tech guy as a detective, definitely. We could recruit him as some Thomas. Bowlers, yeah, we definitely need bowlers. Librarians. Officer Matt here in Ashland is like Thomas in real life, so I could talk to Officer Matt. I'm sure he'd be in. We have many friends in town who are librarians and or work at the library, so that would be definitely a possibility. Okay, and library goers. Okay, yeah, that's totally a possibility. That'd be fun. Yeah, we could get some librarians for sure. My son, we could try to convince Sky Guy. He's sometimes not as enthusiastic. I don't know why about being on a camera with me, but you know, we could see maybe he'd do it in his Mandalorian costume. That could be me, Sharon. Come up, let's do it. Sky Guy in costume. Yeah, that would be hilarious. We could make that happen. Okay, so keep those ideas coming. I think Is that everything? Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. I think we've done it. My hair was in my eyes.
So they should just keep commenting on this post.
Just keep commenting. The tech guy's doing this with his hands, and I talk with my hands way more than he does. So he's like, keep commenting. Valerie, are there?
Because some people showed up late.
Right. Yeah. No, and we'll have it. I won't look at these. I won't look at them. I will. I'm always tempted to come look right away, but I will give it until like midday tomorrow morning, because I'm also putting the finishing touches on book 16 of the Bake Shop Mysteries. So I'm kind of in that headspace anyway. So comment through tomorrow morning, because I don't know, like me, you might sleep on it overnight and go, oh my gosh, I had the best idea. But we already have so much to work with. I don't even know what we're going to do, because it's, yeah, we could. We might plot out like 5 seasons, the tech guy's saying right here, right now. Because you all are brilliant. Not that I'm surprised, but woo! We haven't done this for a while. Clearly, there's been some stored up good energy that we're all ready for. Okay, so at some point tomorrow, probably tomorrow afternoon, West Coast time, I will start putting everything up to a vote in the group. Not here on my main page. This will be in our cozy collaboration group. It's free to join if you haven't joined. I don't really do much in it other than when we do this kind of stuff. So, so we'll vote this week. And then how about it next week's live? I will, and you can probably watch because you'll see the poll, because I'll put it out on a poll. But at next week's live, at the start of that, we're going to talk reads next week. So it's good timing. We can talk through what it's all going to look like. And then once we have a finalized idea, the tech guy and I will go shoot it with a goal of, I'm hoping that we'll release these like the first one that we do together here, mid-February. That's the goal. Let's see. So make sure you vote, especially if you have an idea that you're really attached to. It should be fun. The whole goal is just to have fun and escape.
And I'll update the post with the questions that we're looking for and a link to the group.
Okay, the tech guy says he'll update the post with the questions that we need and the link to the group, just on the off chance that you haven't joined the group. Yes, a plane ticket. Ooh, inside a lightsaber ticket holder. That's great, Marie. I love it. Okay, yay. Well, I hope this has been fun for you. I could do this every day. If my whole job was just to brainstorm murder plot ideas with people, like, I don't know how I make that happen, but I would love it. Lynn, you can hook us up with the bowlers in Coos Bay. Okay, lots of old farts, or the high school bowling teams. That'd be great. They could be like in competition with each other. The young ones versus the old farts. That's good. And Coos Bay's very close. Well, not very close, but like 3 hours away. April, someone who's been quarantined for COVID disappears. Oh no. That's good. It might be too close to home for all of us, right? But that's brilliant. Lily Ann, isn't it so much more fun? It does get your writing mind in overdrive. There's something about, like the collective creative energy that I think just, there's nothing else that compares to it. And I think it's a super bummer, because as writers in general, we tend to be very singular in our process, which is not always true for other creative mediums. I'm thinking particularly in terms of, like musicians, where you might really have a collaboration going. So I love this, and I hope you all do too. And if it sparks an idea for you, please take it and run with it. Like, that's the whole goal. We should all be sending more stories out into the world. All right, so thank you for that. Get your votes in. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, this Bake, Borrow, and Steal book 14 in the Bake Shop Mysteries is out now. If you haven't read it, you can request it from your library. You can get it at your favorite bookstore. You can, beg a friend to loan you their copy, whatever. If you have read it and enjoyed it, I would always love it if you would consider leaving a review. That's always such a big gift for writers. If you hated it, then please don't leave a review. No, you should leave an honest review. Lost Coast Literary, my new standalone novel, is coming out March 29th. Like I said, the first reviews are coming in, and I'm just so excited to share this book with you. I shared on social yesterday, which you may or may not have seen, this particular book literally came to me in a dream, like a full download, which I have never in my professional writing career had happen. I don't know if it's ever going to happen again, but I'm so grateful that I did get to experience a book in this way. Of course, the download happened with the idea and kind of like the big picture, and then I had to go write the book, and that took me like a year and a half. But this book is really a love letter to books. It's a story about finding our own personal narrative and how we should hopefully all be the storytellers of our own book, right? And I'm absolutely over the moon to share it with you. If you have not subscribed to my newsletter, make sure you do, because I'm sharing the entire first chapter and a special bonus later this week. So stay tuned for that, and I'll have lots more to talk about. Thank you for pre-ordering, Lisa. That really does mean the world to me. I also fully understand that not everyone at every moment in time is in a financial position to buy a book. And so I never want you to feel pressure for that. I want you to know about what's coming out so that when and if you're able, you can do so. But again, you can always order from libraries, which is a great way, or, like whatever works for you. But Beth, you're ordering it from Sweet Lemon Press. Yeah, so we're going to sell some of these ourselves, and I'll be able to sign them, but they'll also be available, or it's also going to be available everywhere books are sold. So support your local favorite bookstore, order it from your library, read it on your e-reader, whatever you prefer. I'm just beyond excited to share this one with you because it's a little bit of a new chapter for me too. Tammy, you can request it from the library and then they'll buy it. Exactly. Yes, totally. So yeah, I don't think anyone should ever feel like pressure to buy a book. If you are somebody who does, then yes, I absolutely appreciate pre-orders. They really help so much. Cherry, you can order it from Sweet Lemon Press on my website, and I'll be sharing out links for all of that too. But it's there's a buy direct link. Thank you, Chuck. There's a buy direct link on the website. Marcy, yeah, beg a friend option, totally. Be like, please. I personally like books are my thing, but I also I share books that I love with my friends too. So that means the world to me too. And I think it's that thing that there are so many ways that you can support authors, not just me, any author who you love, like sharing it out on social media, telling a friend about it, ordering it from the library, like all of those things make such a big impact. Why are you cracking up? The tech guy's totally cracking up. My husband, see, you can go to the library. Me, I must buy all the books. I know. My bookshelves are full. That is also, though, because being on this side of the business, I understand the inordinate amount of time and work that authors go into to bring their books out into the world. So anyway, that's my little talking point tonight. I know, right? It's too many books, too much time, not enough time. No, I know. All right. So this is such good stuff. I think we have the start of a very good plot for This Time It's Murder. I can't wait to see what we all vote on and where this story takes us. That's the best part. Okay, so next week we will recap where This Time It's Murder is going. We'll recap all the winning ideas. I'm going to share, speaking of my book problems, I'm going to share what's on. I'm looking at my how am I going to choose? I'm going to choose 5 maybe, I think, of my current reads and what's on my TBR stack. I would love for you to bring suggestions of what you've been reading or what you're excited about for reading in 2022. And then on January 25th, we'll do reader questions. I know we have quite a lot stacked up, right? So I'll try to get through a bunch of those, but then bring your questions, bring your wine, bring your tea, whatever your poison is, as Lance would say, and we'll just chat that night. It should be fun. You're going to order it directly from Sweet Lemon Press. That'll be so fun. We're going to stick in some extras, I think, as Sweet Lemon Press, because we get to. All right. On that note, thanks for spending the evening with me. You all have brightened my spirits, especially after a week of not great news. So Your cousin Michelle, you're trying to catch up from October's list. I know that's the problem. I too have so many books on my stack, and then I often get asked to blurb books, which I love to do. So then I have to work those in too. So it's a problem, but it's a good problem to have, right? Take a picture of your TBR pile, right? Marcy, I know. I try to share books that I have already read and I really have loved and adored, and or things that I've already heard great things about from like friends or some of my favorite booksellers, that kind of thing. But yeah, I know we all have book problems. It's the way it goes. Anyway, thanks for brainstorming with me. I hope that having a little creative session brought your energy up tonight too. And we shall see where This Time It's Murder takes us next. Where's your...
I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
Boom.
And then just because it's tradition.
We got to end with that. Yeah. Okay, good night. See you all next